Brand Sussex is synonymous with producing results and achieving success. When it was released on December 8, Harry and Meghan broke Netflix's record for unscripted content, with 81.55 million hours watched in the first week. In the second week, viewing time climbed to 97.7 million hours. The story was compelling and the content thought-provoking. Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace claimed they were unable to verify the authenticity of an email from the documentary producers, but neglected to tell reporters that a top royal press official engaged with the company and requested clips from the then unreleased show. Watch the video till the end and share your thoughts. Give us super chat and super thanks. Subscribe, press the bell, like, comment, and share the video. Palace lies meant to mislead. Though she wasn't a royal watcher, Garvis says that making the documentary was, at times, a surreal immersion exercise into the alleged palace mind games Harry and Meghan described to her. For instance, Buckingham Palace said that Garvis didn't reach out for comment on the docuseries when they did. Garvis reported, "They did that to discredit us, and by discrediting us, they can discredit the content of the show. We lived through some of those moments that were a little bit like Alice through the looking glass." Another moment came when British TV presenter Jeremy Clarkson published a hate-fueled column for The Sun, shortly after the release of the second half of the series, which highlights the negative and unfair press coverage of Meghan. Clarkson described dreaming of the day when Meghan is made to parade naked through the streets of every town in Britain, while the crowds chant shame and throw lumps of excrement at her. Says Garvis, "That was an example of the kind of coverage they've been getting. I certainly lived through it a bit." There can be no doubt, of course, that criticism is good for people and institutions that are part of public life. No institution, city, monarchy, whatever, should expect to be free from the scrutiny of those who give it their loyalty and support, not to mention those who don't. Queen Elizabeth too. When the first 3 episodes of Netflix's Harry and Meghan were released on December 8, the first official response from Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace was that neither of their press offices nor any members of the royal family had been approached to comment for the docuseries. That story soon changed, and communications reviewed by BuzzFeed News showed that not only had the press representatives been contacted, one of the top palace communications officials tried to get advance footage. The royal family's top press officials initially told reporters they had not been contacted for comment by the producers of Harry and Meghan, a 6-episode behind-the-scenes look at the lives of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and the circumstances that led them to step back as working members of the royal family. Hours later, the officials changed their story, saying that they had been contacted by a third-party production company but could not verify the company's authenticity with Netflix and Arkwell Productions and received no response. However, Harry and Meghan production company Story Syndicate told BuzzFeed News that not only had the chief press officers at Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace been contacted for an official response, but that Lee Thompson, Communications Secretary for the Prince and Princess of Wales, confirmed receipt of the email and requested to see footage from the docuseries. The palace's public statements were meant to cast doubt on the due diligence performed by the production company and the professionalism with which Harry and Meghan was created. This is palace mode of operation. Spokespersons for each palace said that they contacted Arkwell Productions and Netflix to verify the authenticity of the production company's email. These spokespersons said that they did not receive a response to their inquiries from either Arkwell Productions or Netflix, and thus were unable to provide a response. These facts were widely reported by royal reporters from many publications, attributed to a royal source or a senior royal source. BuzzFeed News confirmed that these royal sources were Thompson and his counterpart at Buckingham Palace, Tobin Andrea, Communications Secretary to King Charles and Camilla, the Queen Consort. The two regularly brief selected royal reporters and provide instructions about how these briefings and guidance are to be attributed in a WhatsApp group. Emails between Thompson and one of the show's producers, dated November 30, were obtained by BuzzFeed News and their authenticity was confirmed by Story Syndicate. A spokesperson for Story Syndicate told BuzzFeed News that Thompson did not reply to a follow-up email in which the company declined to provide clips from Harry and Meghan, as is standard industry practice, but reiterated the claims that would be made and requested Kensington Palace's official response. Story Syndicate said that it had no evidence of anyone from Buckingham Palace reaching out in response to the initial email and confirmed that it was sent not to a general mailbox but to Andrea's direct email address. A spokesperson added that there was no bounce back to the email, an automatic reply that indicates an inbox is full and the recipient might be unable to read the message. This spokesperson also noted to BuzzFeed News that a request for comments sent to Jason North, the current director of the Earthshot Prize and friend of William and Kate, on the same date as the emails to both palaces received a response that was included in Harry and Meghan. A spokesperson for Netflix said the company can find no evidence that it had been contacted by either Kensington Palace or Buckingham Palace through any common channels of communication, but cautioned that there is a possibility an email could have been sent to an obscure account. Why does the palace make up lies? Why are Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace so unprofessional?